Hi guys, so today I wanted to share with you the Ride or Die tag that was started by Jaclyn Hill. It's kind of a play on the Holy Grail tag that went around years ago. We're talking like 5 years ago. I've been on YouTube way too long. But basically, you pick your Ride or Die products, your Holy Grail products for each category. I'd had a few people ask what products I would keep or run out and purchase if all my makeup disappeared, and I think this tag would be the best way to sort of sum that all up into a video. So I'm just gonna jump right in and start with my Ride or Die primer, and that is the Facefinity primer by Max Factor. This is a very lightweight primer. It's not very silicone, it doesn't like fill in your pores or anything, but I don't really have too much trouble with that. This is very, it gives you a smooth base for your makeup, and it's a little bit tacky, and it's got a bit of like a moisture to it. It's perfect for putting under long wear foundations because it stops the foundation from drying out your face as much. So I love this stuff. I think I've gone through maybe 3 bottles of it. If not, this is my 3rd bottle of it. I can't quite remember, but I really like this stuff. My Ride or Die foundation is the Lancome Tintidol Ultra, and this is in shade 005, which is Beige Ivoire, and this is a light, does it say on it? Wear and Comfort Retouch Free Divine Perfection. No, it doesn't. Well, this is basically a long wear, lightweight, full coverage foundation. Think almost, it's kind of like Estee Lauder Double Wear, but better. It's not as drying, it's not as cakey, it's not as thick either, but it gives amazing coverage. It blends like a dream. You only need like 2 to 3 pumps depending on how big your face is. I need 2 because I'd say I have a medium to large face, but I really like this stuff. It is a little bit expensive. I think this is now $31.50. It was $26.50 when I first started buying this, but I really like it. I think it's worth the price tag, especially if you're only going to have one foundation and you need a foundation that's going to be your everyday go-to only foundation in your collection. It's worth branching out and splurging a little bit on a higher end one. My Ride or Die concealer, of course, is the L'Oreal Touche Magique. I love this. I've been using this for about 4 years now. I go through about between 3 and 5, depending on whether I'm dabbling with other concealers. I go through about 3 or 5 of these a year. It's just your classic sort of click up brush tip concealer. A lot of people, when it first came out, were comparing it to the YSL Touche Eclat. It's nothing like the Touche Eclat because the Touche Eclat is not a concealer. I reiterate this every time. The Touche Eclat is not a concealer. Depending on the shade, depends on what it does. You have ones that are for brightening, you have ones that are for color correcting, but they're not really a concealer. They were never marketed as a concealer, they were always marketed as a brightener. So people who buy the YSL Touche Eclat and then they're severely disappointed about it because they think it's something that it's not. The Touche Magique, however, is a concealer, and it's a damn good one. The shade I get is in Ivory Beige, or I get Ivory Rose, which is even more brightening because it's pink based. But I just use it under my eyes, sometimes through the center of my face for highlighting, but it's really, really good, and it mixes well with pretty much all foundations. It works well over the top of correctors as well if you need them. That is something that I can be a deal breaker for people. It's all well and good that saying a concealer is amazing, but if it only works with, like, say, the matching foundation, then it's no use to anybody really. Whereas this is an all-round good, works. It plays well with others is what I'm trying to say. This is a play well with others concealer. For powder, I have 3. I know you're only supposed to pick one, but I have three. For loose powder, it's the number 7 Perfect Light Loose. It used to look like this, and now comes in a jar that looks like this. I have it both in fair and in, is it fair or is it just light? Oh no, it is fair. Perfect Light Loose in fair, Perfect Light Loose in translucent, and it is definitely translucent. It doesn't really leave any colour on your skin at all. So I love this. It's very finely milled powder, perfect for baking if you want to do that, or if you just want to generally set your foundation. It's really good. It sets your foundation, but if you want like glowy skin, it still allows you to have that, and it keeps everything in place without making you look too matte. That's where the Perfect Light comes in. It's like it's not iridescent or anything, it's just, I don't want to say transparent because it's not transparent if it's coloured, but you know what I mean. It's sort of like, it's there, but it lets whatever's underneath show through. The other two that I wanted to talk about are two pressed powders. First of all is the number 7 Cream Touch powder. It's just a really nice sort of oil absorbing pressed powder. This is just a general touch-up powder. The next one, however, is a powder foundation, and this is the Max Factor Cream Puff. And this comes in a variety of shades. Max Factor recently, I think early last year or late last year, did an entire relaunch where they repackaged the cream puff, re-promoted it. Powder foundations are great for setting your foundation because it gives you slightly more coverage, especially if you want to use a thin textured foundation, and not all thin textured foundations have a lot of coverage. Go over it with powder foundation and you get additional coverage as well as setting your foundation. And this is a very lightweight powder. I have it on at the moment. I do have a face of the day video coming on Friday with this look, and you'll see it in action there. The cream puff powder, people think of Max Factor and pan stick and cream puff and they think, you know, like 1940s cake face. It's not like that no more. I don't know if it's still the same formula as it was then, but this, like, you could easily get cake face with this if you went crazy with it. If you're just dusting it on to set your foundation, you don't get cake face. This stuff still lets your highlight shine through. It still lets the sheen of your skin come through. As you can see on like my cheek here, like this is highlight. This here is not highlight, and it lets the glow come through the powder as well, that's what I kind of look for in a powder. Like, unless I'm specifically going for like a matte look, which I don't do a whole lot as I'm getting older, I look for powders that let everything show through whilst, you know, sort of like a filter. Filters it out. That's what I'm looking for. One of the questions is under eye powder. I don't necessarily use an under eye powder anymore. I used to. Sometimes I would use the Guerlain Meteorites in Mythic, the travel meteorites, or I would use this guy, which is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I was one of those fools that took the whole sticker off, so now there's a crap ton when you open it up, but I don't tend to use it for that anymore. I'd be more likely to use it as a finishing powder all over my face. I don't use a specific powder for setting under my eyes. It's just a faff. It really is just a faff. Next is my Ride or Die bronzer, and again, Max Factor. Hi, Max Factor. This is the Max Factor bronzing powder in bronze. I also have it in golden. There's a swatch of it, and it's got a little bit of like a reddish undertone to it, which is why I like it more, because it's more of a natural tan look for me. A lot of sort of budget beauty brands, or high street or drugstore, whatever you want to call it, a lot of budget brand bronzers, say that 3 times fast, they tend to have a very strong yellow undertone, a very strong orangey undertone, and or sometimes they'll be so super cool toned that it just looks really muddy, like they're trying to mimic Hoola and it's just not working. but this is the perfect sort of depths of summer kind of bronzer for me. I adore it so, so much. And this is amazing value. You get 21 grams of product in here and it's less than £10. I think this is like £8.99, £7.99. It's amazing. And as I say, it comes in 2 colours. It comes in this shade and it comes in golden, which I think I have up here, which I do. This is golden. And I will swatch golden next to bronze for you. Golden is a bit more powdery. And it's definitely more pigmented because it's got shimmer in it. Bronze is a bit more matte, but as you can see, even golden is still not like super orange. It's really, really pretty. Unfortunately, I don't use golden as much as bronze, but I love bronze. I love the formula. For blush, I do have 2, both Max Factor. Again, we should just call this the Max Factor love video, really. This is discontinued. This is Classic Pink. I freaking adore this. It's beautiful. When I heard out they were coming out with cream puff blushes, I was excited. They were coming out with more blushes. But it meant they were getting rid of these ones. And there's a swatch of Classic Pink. It is a gorgeous corally pink shade. With all the blushes that I do own, I more than likely have a dupe of this somewhere. But the other one is Nude Mauve, which I wore pretty much the whole of last year. I've gone through a whole one. This is my second one of it. I have it on today and it is just a beautiful nudie pink shade. It is so versatile. It goes with absolutely every look. It's perfect for blending with other colours of blushes. It is just amazing. If I was going to recommend any blush from the new Cream Puff range, it would be this one. This is like the awesome one. Everyone should have that one. Highlight was a difficult one for me in this tag. I tried to stay away from discontinued products. This one snuck in because it was like I couldn't not mention it, and I tried to stay away from limited edition products. So the one that I came out with was the MAC Soft and Gentle MSF. I love this stuff. If ever there's a makeup look that I don't know what to put a highlight to, it's going to be Soft and Gentle. It is beautiful. It's mostly golden, but it's slightly neutral. It's really, really pretty and it suits most people, and you can use it as an eyeshadow, you can use it to highlight all over the face, you could use it to sort of metallized. You can use it as a topper on your lip products if you wanted to make it more frosted. So yeah, MAC Soft and Gentle. Love. Love, love, love. The next one was eyelashes, and I don't use eyelashes a whole lot, and if I do, I order them from China. I go to AliExpress.com, just type in false lashes and it'll bring up pages and pages and pages of amazing lashes. So just, I will link them in the info box. Try to avoid these ones though. You get these a lot on eBay, but you also get them from AliExpress. The bands on these, we have a visitor. Someone just tried to sit up and didn't quite make it and fell back down. Aww. She's getting really good at trying to sit up, aren't you? Aren't you? So, will you sit with me? And we'll finish up this video. Yeah? So yeah, the lash band on these are super, super thick. They're very difficult to work with. I mean, they're okay if you've not really used lashes before and you just want to practice. They're cheap and it won't matter if you mess up because you're not wasting a lot of money, but they're not that good. Go for the other ones. There's ones that are like pink packaging with a little like Chinese looking chick on it. They're good. Look for ones that look like wispies, like, you know, you'll know what you're looking for if you wear lashes. Go on to AliExpress.com and they have an amazing, amazing selection. The next question was mascara. I do have a Ride or Die mascara. It is Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. I don't have a tube of it at the moment. I'm currently working through all my tubes of mascara, and then I'm going to pick up a tube of Sumptuous Extreme. I love it. I've had like, I'd say 4 samples of it, and that's it. That's it. I'm sold. I'm gonna pick up a full size. I love the stuff. Next up was eyeshadow palettes. And again, I didn't want to choose anything discontinued or limited edition, which unfortunately with most palettes they are limited edition. And those that aren't, I couldn't genuinely say they were Ride or Die or daily wear palettes, apart from this one. Just generally these palettes, I adore them. I've got 3 of them. We have the I Heart Chocolate, the Naked Chocolate, and the Death by Chocolate. I love all 3 of them, but I Heart Chocolate is probably the one that I've used the most. If I'm having a day where I don't know what I'm gonna wear, it'll be this palette. I love it. It's got a nice array of mattes. Got beautiful lid shades. It's got a highlight, inner corner highlight. It's got deep colors. It's got a purple in there, a green, and a soft pink. So it's got everything you could need. 3 things that weren't in there that I wanted to add were eyeliner, eyebrow, and cream shadow, because I have one for all 3 of those. My Ride or Die eyebrow pencil is the number 7 Beautiful Eyebrow sculpting pencil, and it's one of these twist ups with the thick pencil bit. It's usually slightly angled, but it got dinged in the cap, so it's a bit flat. But I love that stuff. It is a little bit expensive for how quickly you go through it, but I really enjoy it, and I will use the money off vouchers that you get through Boots to repurchase it. As far as eyeliner goes, it would be this pencil that you guys have heard me bang on about. It's all I want to use at the moment. It's all I've wanted to use all freaking year is this pencil. It's the Diego de la Palma in shade number 2, and it is just this gorgeous warm brown shade. It is amazing. The pencil texture is so creamy. It's very long wearing. It goes really nicely in the waterline. I actually kind of want to go and see if they have like a bronzy, a black, maybe even a green. Ooh, if they have a champagne one, that would be freaking awesome. I may go back and look, because you get these from Marks and Spencer's in their beauty haul. They have an amazing beauty haul in Marks and Spencer's at the moment. It's glorious. But I will probably go back and have a look and see what other colours they have. And for cream shadow, this is a specific shade of paint pot, and that is Vintage Selection. I love Vintage Selection. Do you like it? Isn't it shiny? No, don't stick your fingers in it. That would not be fun. And there is a swatch of Vintage Selection. I got this limited edition from the Champagne collection a long time ago, which kind of, I shouldn't really have this eyeshadow anymore. Because the Champagne collection, that was back in 2011. That was a long time ago. But this is still so creamy. It doesn't smell funky. It's not a weird texture. It doesn't irritate my eyes at all, so I do still continue to use it. I just spray it with alcohol every so often and just keep it clean, as clean as I possibly can for a cream product. But it is permanent now, so if I did have to get rid of it, I could buy a new one. It is possibly one of the most perfect shimmery eye bases ever. I love it. And lastly, we have 3 lip categories, which I kind of struggled with because, guys, lip products, yo. Lip products. First of all is lip gloss, and this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. And here is a swatch of Tiramisu. It is a beautiful nudie pinky beige colour. It is beautiful. It's pigmented enough that I can wear it by itself, or I can wear it over a lip liner, over matte lipstick. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice. Next was a liquid lip. And as I've said before, to me a liquid lip doesn't necessarily mean those ultra matte things. To me, a lip lacquer is a liquid lipstick, because it is. It just is. So this is the Estee Lauder lip lacquer in Vinyl Rose. They discontinued this range, but they brought out the Lip Envy lip lacquers, and they have a shade like this. It's just called something else. I will annotate what it's called. But this is Vinyl Rose. I heard about this one through Lisa D1. Went out, bought it, adore it. It's what's on my lips just now. It's amazing. It's so pretty. And it's very cushy on the lips. It's not insanely sticky. It lasts a really long time. It's very pigmented. It's glossy. And oh, it's pretty. So I will annotate what the new version is called here. And lastly is lipstick. And I decided to pick the one that I've gone through one before, and that is Rose Tea by Estee Lauder. They are in the process of discontinuing these though, which is sad. But this is Rose Tea. It's a very gorgeous brownie pink shade. What, am I holding all these things that you can't hold? Here, have this. Do you want to hold that? There you go. Here's a swatch of Rose Tea. It's a beautiful nudie brownie pink. It would look gorgeous with tiramisu over the top. I have loads of lip liners that I love to wear under it, but as I say, they are discontinuing the pure colour range ever so slowly. But I'm pretty sure that there will be a shade like this in, say, MAC. So I will probably take this into MAC at some point and get one of the girls to help me find a colour like it, or I might take it back to Estee Lauder and be like, hey, is there a colour like this in the Colour Envy range, or Lip Envy, or whatever this new range is called. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But I was just thinking just now that I should have picked out a Ride or Die lip liner, but then I thought I don't have one. I really don't have one, apart from maybe e.l.f. matte lip color in Natural. It's not really a lip liner, but I use it as one. I just use too many different liners to pick one specific. So yeah. So that was the Ride or Die makeup tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've done this tag also, let me know in the comments below and I'll come and check it out. And I will see you guys next time. And Luna might see you again soon too. Maybe. Yes. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And bye bye.